collectors. Today we're going to be talking about DC Multiverse, Shazam and Freddy Freeman. So this is from the Shazam Fury of the Gods movie. So here we can see we have the two figures, the staff, a little friend here, and looks like we have a little stand for both of them. So on the top we can see Shazam. On the bottom we have the words and the code. So on the back we see a little artwork of Shazam and Freddy Freeman, our Captain Every Power. Now in the comics we have Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel Jr., but they don't use those terms. In the movie, Shazam and Freddy Freeman. So let's get them on the scale and see how much they weigh. Okay, the pack is coming in at 1 pound 7.2 ounces. So let's get them off the scale and out of the box.
Hey, open, damn it! Open!
Okay, now that we have the pair out of the box, we can see they come with these accessories here. It's cool. We get the little Mr. Mind figure. That we see in the end credits of both movies. Very cool that they included this character in there. Almost looks like he's from the Simpsons universe with that eyes and everything. And we get the staff of the wizard. Very nice. Definitely looks like a wood. The extra sets of hands. And this base here. So we see we have two pegs there, and we have little indentions where their feet could go. Totally up to you. Now we do get two cards. So here is Shazam's card, the front and the back. And we get Freddy's card here, the front and the back. So very excited to get another member of the Philly 5, the Fiasco 5, as they're called in the movie. But yeah, it's very cool, and we do see that the outfit here is like the Shazam outfit. Not really much difference other than color. Very nice. It does come with this plastic cape, and we get the frills around the edge. And we can see here. But nice head sculpt for Freddy. Kind of resembles the actor. Get the lightning bolt here in silver. Very, very nice. Now, in the original comics, we had Freddy, we had Billy, and we had Mary that were the Shazams. But in the movie, they included extra, which I think is very cool. New members of the Shazam family. Now Freddy here has a gap guard, you can see here. Allows for a little extra movement in that arm. Does a nice T-pose. Arm rotates all the way around. Bicep swivel, double bend in the elbow. Wrist on a peg style hinge. Now it does have the ball joint, but it is a little weird because it does get hung up on certain ways of moving it. Like I can't really go down this way. But if I move the wrist a little bit, I can get a little bit of movement out of it. But just be careful. These are known to break. Now, as far as his top goes, you see we got this big gap around the top here where it's not molded in 100%. You can see this side is just a little off. This side is on point, but just a little big there going all the way around. So if I go forward, you'll see a gap there. If I go back, you still have the gap over here. So there's no way to really hide that. Even if you do that, you got a gap over here. Now, as far as his waist goes, we get a little bit of swivel. Does a pretty good split, forward and back. Double bend in the knee. Now, the boot is on the same style hinge up here at the top. One peg there, one peg in the foot. Allows for forward movement. And we get a little bit of an angle. Now, he does have a toe bend and a hole for the stand. Now, they don't come with stands, just the base. So if you have any extra stands and you don't want to use a base, that's how you do it. Now, here we have Shazam. Same mold as before, but just with a little different paint apps here, simulating the burns that he got from the magic. So yeah, we get these cape that we had before. The gold, the red, the symbol, head. Now it does have the gap guard here, and you'll notice whenever you do that, you get the little bit break in that black there. But it does a nice T-pose, rotates around, bicep swivel, double bend in the elbow, wrist on that peg hinge. And like I said before, be very careful. It's a little tricky on that. Don't want to break it. Now, as far as ab crunch goes, our top part, we get a little bit of a gap here. A little bit of a gap here. Now we can turn at the waist, does a pretty good split. Now forward and back, now mine is not really, left leg is not really going forward. Now the right leg is, but the left leg is kind of stuck, not going forward and back. I definitely would have to take this apart and see why it's not moving like that. But it does have a double bend in the knee, ankle on peg hinge. That same style as before. We have this peg and that peg going up in there. So we get a little bit of a twist up and down, and we get a toe bend with a peg hole for the stand. Now, if we put them side by side, we can see here that they are pretty much the same height, both coming in at 7.5 inches. Now, like I said before, Shazam has been released. Here is the original version here. You can see it is the same head sculpt, same body. Just the only thing that's different is the paint here on the arm and the chest. So it is basically the same. So if you have this figure, you already have that one. All good. Now, I wish they would have released this one where most of his body was burned at the top here from the magic, and, you know, you go from there. Now, he doesn't come with the lightning effects that this one did, but you can always borrow from the existing version to lighten things up. Ha ha ha, get it? Lighten things up. Oh boy. But no, so yeah, so it's very cool that you get this one. You had the lightning. This one has a staff, which Freddy will probably hold because he's actually already molded with the staff hand that can hold it. So this one might already have the lightning because he was using it extensively in the movie. Very cool. So remember, as always, to shop around, like, subscribe, and keep collecting.